Guys, Honey was never making you any money. One of the biggest controversies right now that has a huge chunk of the community on YouTube in an uproar is the Honey scandal, where, if you didn't know, the mask of an innocent little extension was torn off by a YouTube channel called Megalag, who made a video exposing their scummy and fraudulent practices. The worst offender on there was how it was revealed that Honey would literally swap affiliate links from other YouTubers on shop websites, so that Honey, or PayPal, because they own it, would get a cut of the commission for bringing in customers, when in reality, it was like the equivalent of clubbing a salesman in the back of the head and putting on his skin to be Employee of the Month. Alongside that, there's also proof that Honey had sort of blacklisted certain coupons that were too good. Like, at best, they themselves would give you like a 20% discount when you could have just gone out yourself and find a better one within minutes, just online. And that was proven to be a very slimy, intentional deal between Honey and website owners, so that they could mitigate the chance of people getting their hands on actual good coupons. That, more or less, is a quick summary of the guy's video, so it was very good. Go check it out, because I'm pretty sure soon he'll be uploading a part 2 that takes a deeper and more insidious look at the scam. However, right now, like I said, that video alone was enough to get people up in arms, where it was like literal proof of just fraud, simple as. And that's a big important word, fraud. Because with Megalag's video, there is enough proof to start a lawsuit against PayPal. A lawsuit which that crazy son of a bitch, Legal Eagle, has already started. So the channel uploaded a new video recently, just simply called I'm Suing Honey, and he put some honey in the thumbnail. That's funny. I literally don't ever think I've seen someone make that joke before. Like, that right there is the first time in history that joke has ever been made. But no, in all honesty, that video really is that. He gives a quick rundown that I gave about the practice and how he and his counsel believe that hundreds of millions have been unrightfully stolen from creators. And without wasting any time, he's already started the lawsuit with, as you can see, the documents right up there, 24 of them.
Free money, they say. But we believe that nothing could be further from the truth. Unfortunately, there's no such thing as a free lunch. We believe that money came right out of the pockets of your favorite YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, podcasts, and bloggers. I want to dig deeper because this is something that could affect every creator and influencer on every platform. And I mean everyone. Creators, viewers, advertisers, even the companies that provide goods and services.
And by the way, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna get into all 24 of those because I'm not a lawyer and I basically already get the picture. And the most insane part about this, to me, is the whole scale of it. Because it is a class action lawsuit, so multiple people, like big YouTubers, can come in and testify for their own losses. There's even a link, so you can apply to be a part of it, which I, by the way, already filled out, and I'm waiting to hear back from them. Because I am fucking skeeving at the idea of those PayPal bastards not taking some money from me. But one issue I see is that Honey isn't a new thing. It's been a well-known household staple in YouTube sponsors for quite a while. So their timeline of the amount of creators they fucked over could go really, really back. To the point that we never get a scale of, how many people were really, fucked over. Does not just say some evidence can't be made, because even someone like Most Critical could step in and have their own evidence. But if I'm not wrong, and Honey started being sponsored back in 2018, then there were literal people who aren't even YouTubers now, much less actually care enough to testify about their losses. And plus, I'm no web expert, but it's probably hard to look into the real affiliates that PayPal poached. Both of how they swooped in to put their own affiliate link, and the fact that that kind of data could span over multiple years. This is not just that it's impossible to prove that fraud was done. It definitely could and will be, but I just think that will be the most arduous part, to really tally up how much people have actually lost over time. And this leads me to another revelation that made me realize how evil this was. Because once I sat down and thought about it for a second time, I realized, wait a second, for a long time, a lot of sponsors that were backing up people like Linus have been tricked into thinking that PayPal brought in a bulk of those customers. And that is when it got really fucked. Because then I started getting into the butterfly effect timeline, where perhaps some people literally had the potential of working with sponsors tarnished because their actual work and the number of people they brought in was being discredited by Honey. Now again, that is just a hypothetical. It would be near impossible to prove people lost chances to get more sponsors unless they had like emails saying so. But I think a lot of YouTubers would be really pissed off by that because they could have put in like the same amount of work of sending people to a sponsor and they potentially lost it because of that brimstone of a fire known as Honey, which they were fueling. I think the majority of people this applies to would be pissed, but they would let it be water on the bridge. I'm thinking more like, on the smaller YouTubers who thought they were lucky enough to get a sponsor, both from Honey and an online vendor. So they really tried hard to get viewers to go use the code and get some commission, only for the contract to finish up and end up with very little, because Honey poached it, and not be renewed for no contract, because there just wasn't enough numbers to warrant it, because Honey poached it again. I think once you see from that angle, it really pisses you off. Even the ultra-socialist commie viewers on YouTube that don't care about, creators losing money, have to admit that this is like the worst case of fraud being done by a company like PayPal, especially so blatantly, where it's just as easy as checking like the developer panel, like just that. I don't care if that's a part considered to be added on top of the lawsuit, because it's already a strong enough case that it doesn't need any more reinforcements. But it's a really fucked piece of brain food to consider when you actually step back and look at the whole picture. A picture that, again, you have to remember, was run by a huge sponsor that's been spread around unknowingly, as Legal Eagle describes it, his video, as a leech. So yeah, overall line, I look forward to it, even if next time I hear about it, it's like 2 years later, because this kind of shit with lawsuits never gets over and done with in an evening. But I'm pretty sure that Legal Eagle as counsel already have another lawsuit with the government, like the US government, so it seems like, they have a lot on the plate. But you actually consider what will come from this lawsuit, even though I barely have a grasp on this kind of shit, yeah, I feel like some sort of compensation will come from this, including having Honey being shut down as well. I mean, I think that doesn't matter that much, because I've saw somewhere before that they've already lost 3 million users. So it's clear now, like, their nature is now well known and people have quickly picked up on it, which is good. But that extra step you have it taken down of the Chrome extension store or whatever would be good, and just so like protect any people living on the rock that still thinks, it helps them out. And that was another thing Legal mentioned, where he was shocked at how Honey was able to make back money from the advertising with, the poaching method, where he then said how he was shocked how companies like Honey, such as Karma and Capital One Shopping and Pi, were even allowed online.
Advertisers spent $30 billion on advertising on YouTube AdSense alone in 2023. But how many billions of that went to Honey? I'm honestly surprised that extensions like Honey, Karma, Capital One Shopping, and Pi are even allowed on the Apple App Store or the Google Extension Marketplace.
Now that is a pretty bold claim, because we've seen nothing to prove that, they're as bad as Honey, as well as the fact that nobody fucking cares about those extensions. I think it's right to say that they might be operating under a similar evil practice, but I've seen nothing about it, or at least not yet, because I would not be that shocked if something came out. I mean, even now, I was shocked at how evil Honey was. Like, I would never expect a video like Megalax 1 to come out in 100 years, because it just seems so asinine for something as big as Honey to be a clear-cut scam, where even like the explanation sounds too dumb to be true. But anyways, it has now, and that is the reality we live in. So let me give a quick round of applause for Legal Eagle. And I wish Godspeed to any YouTubers that wish to get their money back at all. God bless you.